Hi everyone. So we will discuss about matrices here. So in that there are variety of matrices, nothing but types of matrices. So first we will going to see something like dense matrices like that. Totally we are discussing about matrices. Basically the concept we will going to discuss about the matrix is related to sparse matrix. So before that we will going to see something like sparse matrix. Sparse matrix. We are discussing about sparse matrix. But before discussing about this sparse matrix, so we will going to discuss types of matrices here in this sparse matrices. Types of matrices. Okay, first one we have that is dense matrix. First one we have that is called it as dense matrix. So what is this dense matrix? Is nothing but in this matrix. Suppose consider, yeah, in every matrix you will going to find rows and columns. So that is m is equal to rows, again n is equal to columns. So this one, suppose example in this dense matrix, let's consider this is a matrix for dense matrix. This is the matrix. Okay, just I will going to say it's a matrix like this. So having 3 cross 3 elements. For example, I will go to have a row. This is row. This one I will going to call this one as columns here. Okay, 0th row and 0th column. So let me make it very clear instead of like this. So like this, you will want to have a matrix. Okay, we will show that one. 3 cross 3 matrices. I'm talking about 3 cross 3 here. Okay, so here 3 cross 3. So nothing but 9 elements you will want to find in this particular matrix. So here you can able to see this is row, this is rows, and columns. So this is 0th column, first column, second column. This is 0th row, first row, and second row. So you can see this. Basically, in this dense matrix, why we call this one as dense matrix? Because in this matrices, only few elements are are zero. So nothing but zero. So in this, I will going to enter the elements inside this particular matrices, something like this. Take the elements, something like 1, again 3, again I will going to put 0 here, again 6, again 0 here, again something like 7, something like 9 here, 8 here, again 2 here. So when you see these matrices, so it is 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, nothing but 3 rows and 3 columns are there. And this only the elements which are available in this particular matrix, only few million elements are zero. You can able to see this is zero, this is zero. It says that very clearly, only few elements will be zero in this matrix. This is called as a dense matrix. Why it is called as dense? Because apart from zero, all the elements are valid integers, valid values. That is the reason why it's a dense matrix. So this one, if you are able to understand, let's go to the second one, that is sparse matrix. So now you will want to understand what is this sparse matrix. Sparse matrix. So when you see the sparse matrix, so in this part matrix, basically same thing we will want to see 3 cross 3. So we will want to take the 3 cross 3 here. When you see that one 3 cross 3, okay, so these are all rows and columns in this 3 cross 3. When you see this one, we have number of rows, 3 rows are there. You can see this one is rows 0 1 2, 3 rows are there, 3 columns 0 1 2, 3 columns. Now what I will going to do here, majority of the elements, please understand these lines are very important. Majority of the elements are 0. Nothing but what basically it says very clearly, many elements are 0 here. Many elements are 0. Okay, so this is one. Again, one more important point we can able to observe here, and the proportion of relatively high proportion of 0 elements. Relatively high, the proportion is the elements of 0, the proportion is very high. So that is what exactly. So proportion, relatively high proportion of 0 elements. So this is one important point here. Now nothing but what, when you are representing this sparse matrix, you can able to see majority of the elements, nothing but many elements are 0 in this particular matrix, something like 0 1, again 0 here, again you can able to see 0 0 5, again here also you can able to see 0 3 0, like this type of matrix we will call it as sparse matrix. So in this sparse matrix there are many forms. In the sparse matrix, in the sparse matrix, we have many forms. We have many forms. So what are those forms are? Basically, there is a diagonal matrix, tridiagonal matrix, again lower triangular matrix, upper triangular matrix, all this. We will going to discuss one by one related to many forms. Okay, so one is diagonal matrix, another one is tridiagonal matrix, lower triangular matrix, again upper triangular matrix, all these things we will want to discuss one by one. So let's go to the new page. Okay, let's write this one. Forms of square matrix. Forms of matrices. Square matrices. So here we can able to see first one. We will want to discuss about first one here. So that is first one. So that is diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix. Okay, diagonal matrices. So in this diagonal matrices, basically, so suppose example you take this one matrix like this. Okay, suppose example this is a matrix. In this matrix, basically non-zero elements are stored in leading diagonal. Okay, So whatever the elements you will going to have, it's whatever the elements you will going to have, that is, which is non-zero elements, that will be in a diagonal format like this. You can able to see that is in the diagonal format like that. You can able to find. I will going to show you that one. No need to worry. So just see that one, how this diagonal matrix looks like. So let's take. So before that, write a point, one point related to diagonal matrix here. It says that non-zero elements are non-zero elements are stored in stored in stored in leading diagonal leading diagonal. So this one we have to understand here. So it's very important. Okay. So it indicates very clearly. So for example, take a number, any number here, something like 1, 2, 3, sorry, 3, again here 1. Wait a minute. So I have taken 3. I will take, this is 4 here, little bit. So let me erase this one, that is better. Okay. So when you see this one, I will want to write the matrix here. Everyone observe it. Okay. So this is 4. This matrix is 4 cross 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just observe. I will want to write this 4 cross 4 matrix so that we can able to find very clear view of this particular diagonal matrices. So hence we can able to see diagonal. I said so it will be in a whatever the values you will want to see, non-zero values, all those values will be relay on diagonal way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Either, so I will change the color so that it looks better. Okay. So 1, 2,